If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah. Yeah. Halloween. Taliban.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah. Jumpin', them boys up to something. They just spell.
Hello and welcome to our video. I'm Jack West and Tossin Seegan is on the camera. Today we'll be talking about unemployment versus inflation. Firstly, let's just whack down some key definitions. Unemployment, where someone of working age is not able to get a job but would like to be in full-time employment. Another key definition is inflation, a sustained increase in the aggregate of general price level in an economy. Inflation means there's an increase in the cost of living.
Hi guys, Tossin Seegan here. I'm going to run you through some brief history with inflation and UK unemployment. As you can see up here, the UK unemployment has kind of been around 6% from 1978 through to 2014, with a few ups and downs. But here on the other side, with inflation, you can see that inflation rose here about 2009. Real GDP fell a lot because due to the recession. That's why here you have your economic growth has gone down rapidly due to this. We're now going to move on to output gap. Negative output gap. This occurs when actual output is less than potential output. This is also called a deflation gap. In this situation, the economy is producing less than the actual potential. Therefore, this will lead to unemployment and low growth, also typically leading to a low inflation or even deflation. As you can see by the graph down here, the aggregate demand has gone down, therefore creates a negative output gap there, which then leads to the low inflation and low unemployment.
Hi guys, I'm now going to talk about positive output gaps. A positive output gap occurs when actual output is greater than potential output. This will occur when economic growth is above the long run trend rate. So an example is in an economic boom. It will involve firms asking workers to do overtime. This will lead to an increase in employment. With a positive output gap, there will be inflationary pressures. It will also tend to cause a bigger current account deficit as consumers buy more imports due to domestic supply constraints. The output gap can be seen here.
An increase in aggregate demand can cause inflation as well as affect unemployment. If an economy experienced a rise in aggregate demand, it will cause an increase in output as economies come closer to full employment. This will also lead to a rise in inflation. However, with the increase in real GDP, firms will take on more workers, which will therefore decline unemployment, so therefore more people will be working. So as well as rising inflation, it will lower unemployment, which is good and bad for the economy.
If an economy experienced inflation, then the central bank could raise interest rates. High interest rates will reduce consumer spending and investment, leading to lower aggregate demand. This fall in aggregate demand will lead to lower inflation. However, if there is a decline in real GDP, firms will employ fewer workers, leading to a rise in unemployment. So if there's a high rate of inflation, there will be a low rate of unemployment. And if there's a low rate of inflation, there will be a high rate of unemployment.
Now we're going to look at falling inflation and falling unemployment. In some periods you have seen both falling unemployment and falling inflation. Like in the 1990s, unemployment fell, but inflation still stayed low. This suggests that it's possible to reduce unemployment without causing inflation. However, you could argue there is still a potential trade-off, except the Philip curve has shifted to the left because there is now a better trade-off. It also depends on the role of the monetary policy. If the monetary policy is done well, you can avoid some of the boom and bust in economy cycles we experienced before and enable sustainable low inflationary growth, which helps reduce unemployment. We're going to look at the flip side of rising inflation and rising unemployment. As you can tell, it's also possible to have rising inflation and rising unemployment. If there is a rise in cost-push inflation, the aggregate supply curve will shift to the left and there would be a fall in economic activity and higher prices. For example, during an oil price shock, it is possible to have a rise in inflation and a rise in unemployment due to lower growth. However, there is still a trade-off. If the central bank sought to reduce the cost-push inflation through higher. Therefore, if you have the right monetary policies in place, such as reducing corporation tax and income tax, you can have low unemployment as well as a sustained
new level.